How y'all doing today on this fine Saturday, October 3rd? This is B-Star checking in with Fantasy on the Go. Today we're going to come at you with some sit and starts that you need for tomorrow. These are guys that I think will highlight the radar choices for you. Most might not see and should be available in most leagues, hopefully. Some of them are big names will tell you to sit that might be on your team if you have a deep enough roster. So let's get right to it. For quarterback, I got my start. I'm going with Derek Carr. That Bears defense is looking pathetic and pitiful, plus they got rid of all their players that they had. Get ready for some bombs to go on, and you'll see a wide receiver linked up with him shortly. My sit, pay attention to Nick Foles going up against the tough and underrated Arizona Cardinals defense. I'm going to have to say you bench Nick Foles this week. For my top running backs, Carlos Williams. Yeah, he's been everywhere in the news and blogs and stuff with LaShawn McCoy being out. I want to let y'all know I picked him up right after the first week when I saw what he did, and I know McCoy's injury history. But one tip is I avoid injury-prone guys. Off Latavius Murray, another one you can keep an eye on, but I don't want to stick with the Raiders theme today. I know you need to run and grab this guy if he's available. Thomas Rawls, Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, not looking so hot. That would be why he fits right there on my sit column. Marshawn Lynch had, quote, some findings, as Pete Carroll said today. There wasn't nothing that was validated other than some findings, was quoted by Pete Carroll. Take that as serious injury, serious issue with the hamstring. It's going to be more than a week. Maybe look at it more closer to the Deshaun Jackson situation. That's close to 2 to 3 weeks. I would keep a keen eye on that. If you got Marshawn, maybe you want to dump him and trade him if you can get for something for the name value before that some findings becomes mainstream tomorrow. I would possibly send that trade tonight if you see this. Jeremy Hill is another person I would possibly sit, due to Gio Bernard coming in, taking some of his reps. It's going to be a running back by committee, but I think Gio may overtake him and reclaim that number one back situation there shortly if he keeps up with the production he's at. For more wide receivers, as mentioned before, you're going to recognize the combination here and the similarity. Amari Cooper, if you got him, if he's on your bench, slap yourself tomorrow because that boy's going off. Barring a major injury, there's going to be some seriousness going with him. My gut play, take a look towards Arizona and not Fitzgerald that's doing all the numbers. This week I think he might get contained. They're playing St. Louis. And I see John Brown being that special play. He likes that deep target. Pay attention to that. You may get some serious deep points this week. One of my sits, this may scare a lot of people from me. I just have a hunch on this. That's the only reason I'm coming with this. Like I said, we do not focus on the top things that you want to hear. This is stuff you might not see anywhere else. I've got DeAndre Hopkins. He is really going to face his first test at D in the cornerback. Atlanta's not the sloppiest of defenses like they've been facing. Get ready for a test for him. If I have Calvin Johnson on my team, I would probably make sure he sits on the bench if I have better receivers. It's not looking good with Stafford. Stafford's got rib issues. I'm just not confident playing him until we see something from him. He's looking kind of slower. He's getting older. I'm sorry. Sorry, Calvin. For tight end, I'm going with Greg Olsen and Jimmy Graham. Olsen is pretty much a number one wide receiver out there in Carolina because Cam Newton doesn't have any other targets. Jimmy Graham, since last week of complaining, got the ball. They gave it to him. He got a touchdown. Watch for the numbers to just do nothing but increase. They've had about 8 weeks, 9 weeks to play together now. Guarantee every week of the season their chemistry molds. What wide receiver do they have? They kind of have a Cam Newton situation there in Seattle. Get ready for him to do some numbers. Another one, if you don't have him, Jason Witten, and he may for some reason have been dropped because of the Romo situation. Jason Witten is another one you could play this week. My sits. This is dependent on if Jay Cutler is not playing and it's Jimmy Clausen, you're going to go with Martellus Bennett. If he does play, Martellus Bennett may be a decent play to do for daily or even for your season long. Another one that you want to sit, Ladarius Green. Not looking like it's going to be as productive as we expected from last year and this year the way he was starting. He has Antonio Gates coming back shortly from this suspension he was serving. Just get ready for Ladarius to kind of fade out of the picture. Not to mention this offense is going to be tested this week. For our defense, we've got the New York Jets spotlighted. For our kicker, Mason Crosby and Chandler Catanzaro. Now on the defense with the Jets going across the pond, we've got Revis and Camardi over there in the back of the Jets defense just shoring up things. If you've ever heard of Revis Island, I mean, Camardi's making his own over there to where they can have 2 little Fiji type islands going on and living in luxury with that defense. Not to mention, even when Geno Smith comes back, I think Fitzpatrick has earned a position. He's playing darn well. And Brandon Marshall would be another start you might want to play. I'm giving y'all all these tidbits. You're getting some of my sneaks. Go read the article. Go ahead and take a read on that on Blogger. And you can see all of our sit and starts. You can see all of our daily fantasy plays that we've suggested. We're going to have some more videos rolling out in the near future. We've got a lot of things planned. I hope y'all stay tuned. Hockey's underway. MBAs on the way. You will have research from those very well soon. Please pay attention to the links down in our bio to support us, help keep this news coming to you guys, staying current and relevant, guys. That's what we're trying to do for you. So please just give us some feedback on what you want to see, what you want to hear, questions you have. Any sit starts that you want to know, send us direct messages, tweet us, do whatever you want, guys. We're here for you. We're going to do our best to help you all day tomorrow morning. I'll be available all morning. When you see us on Twitter, just shoot us a line. Thanks, guys, for your time. Signing out, Fantasy on the Go. It's B-Star.